Hi, my name is Sean Caravan, and I am the Faculty Advisory Committee on Technology Chairperson. I am also your Moodle mentor in Morrisville, and today I'd like to show you some of the professional development techniques and tools that are available to us as CCV faculty. I've developed this presentation that goes along with a Word document that I can email out to anybody that requests it to show you some of the things that you might find useful about Moodle. The first thing I'd like to talk about with Moodle is Moodle documentation. At CCV we have a great resource for Moodle documentation to answer some of your questions before maybe you even have them. So Moodle Docs is what we call it, and you can find them by going to your Moodle class site and looking over on the right hand side to the CCV resources box, and then clicking on Moodle documentation, which will take you to this page here, which I have a link for in the document. And what you'll see here is Moodle document help for teachers and Moodle document help for students. If you have a class where students are engaged with Moodle, you can send them to this resource, and for your own help you can click on this part of the resource and you can see that it's segmented up into major categories like gradebook, which people always have questions about, setting up your gradebook, navigating the gradebook, different kind of point scenarios, entering grades manually. All these are answered here, so you can try them first. Or you can try clicking on the activities category. And for example, you could find out about adding a Turnitin assignment to your class. So it brings you to this great document here called Turnitin Instructions for Faculty, which you can scroll down through. There's great written instructions here. And you can also print this out. If you prefer to have a hard copy of it for later reference. So that's the first place that you should look for anytime you have a question about Moodle. Try to go right to that Moodle Documents link. There's also Moodle Documents links from other colleges and universities, and I've included a link to the University of Massachusetts at Amherst's Moodle documentation page, which is really good, and they have some written documents that we might not have. For example, on using groups, you can click on their groups page and you can click on adding a group, an overview of managing groups in Moodle, and you can also print this out as well. And you will find this link in this document here, which I can email out to everybody. You can also try the Moodle Medic, which is a live person who can answer your questions in real time in a chat room. And the way to find Moodle Medic is to go to the portal page and look under Faculty Resources, scroll down to Moodle and Learning Technologies, click on that link, and then click on Moodle Medic Live One-on-One Assistance throughout the week. When you click on that link, you will be brought to an Adobe Connect page, which will ask you to log in. In a chat room where you can ask your questions. The next resource that's available is the Moodle.org documentation page. And this is the Moodle's own documentation on their product. So if you click on that, you'll be taken to the main page of Moodle documentation. And you can search, or you can look under their categories: about Moodle, basic structure, managing a Moodle course, for example. If you want to find out about grades, you can click on this resource and it will take you to more resources so that you can get as specific as you want. So you might find answers to your questions there as well. Again, I've provided a link for that in this document. You can also just try emailing me directly if you have a question. I'm happy to do the best that I can to direct you towards the solution. You can also use Moodle tools for small group work. The way to do that, there's a couple of options for you. One is you can set up a feedback forum inside a standard forum and assign students to small groups and then give them a task to work on. And I'll show you what that looks like in one of my classes. So this is my English Composition 2 class. And when students are finished writing the draft of a paper, I've set up a regular forum right here. I've got a rubric that guides their feedback, and then I've broken them up into small groups here. And then inside those small groups, they can discuss the prompt and each other's essay writing, and they can give each other valuable feedback. There's also a tool, a resource in Moodle called Workshop, which I don't have a lot of experience on, but I've provided a link for you if you wish to investigate that and learn a little bit more about it yourself. And this is the workshop module link in Moodle's documentation that they've written themselves. So feel free to explore that and share any information that you might gain from that with us. We had a question during the presentation about putting a syllabus into your Moodle class, and this is very easy. All you do is go to your Moodle class, make sure that you have turned the editing button on. So that would be up here. You want to turn the editing button on. And then go to each week of your class and add an activity or resource. Actually, you're not going to add an activity or resource. You're going to go to this Edit Summary gear right here, and this will allow you to add narrative to this box that we're in. And this is week 1 for me. So you can go right to this gear and click on it, and you can find your class. And then you can find your syllabus. You can scroll down. You can highlight one of the weeks, the syllabus that you've already created. You can copy it, and then you can enter it right in the class week like that. Then click Save, and it will appear in your class. Then you can simply continue on and drag, copy and paste, and put each week into your Moodle class. And I've given you some step-by-step instructions for that. You can also put your own documents into your Moodle class. That's very easy. You simply go back to the class week that you want to add a document to. Click on Add an Activity or Resource. Then from the left column, scroll down until you get to File. Then click Add. You'll name the file. You'll give it a brief description. You'll pick the file. You can either drag and drop the file from your desktop right here, or you can add the file from the file picker. Either way, choose the file, put it into your class, and it will appear as a document, either a Word document or a PDF, whatever document you choose to add. I always try to add PDF documents because everybody can view them. And then you have a PDF document like this that is I've added into this class. Students can just click on it, and there it is, and they can view it. There was a request for putting a printed article into a Moodle class. This is a really good request because many times we have hard copies of things that we want to put into our classes. They might not be online. That's pretty easy. You just get it scanned into the copier at the front desk at CCV and have them email you a PDF of what they scanned in, and then save the PDF to your desktop and then drag and drop it right into the file picker area that we just went over. I'd also like to talk a little bit about Turnitin. Turnitin is a great product for written assignments. I've got some links here. This link right here comes right from our Moodle documentation page that I showed you earlier in the right sidebar. Very easy to use. You can also use Turnitin for other assignments like presentations or math. There's a link to that part of Turnitin, which is called Grade Anything, and there are some video tutorials there that you can also view. And once you're in Turnitin, you can build your own rubrics, and this is really handy because it helps streamline the grading process. Finally, there's a cool Moodle Tools resource that I want to share with you. These are part of the Friday morning webinars that CCV hosts, and to find that, simply go to the portal, click on Link to Faculty Home, and then click on Friday Mornings at CCV right here. Scroll down, and here's one called Cool Tools in Moodle E-Assignments, hosted by Eric Sakai. And this will bring you to another Adobe Connect webinar, one that's already been recorded and is now archived for you.
Hi, I'm Eric Sakai, and I'm here to do a quick overview of two tools available to faculty in Moodle that are terrific time savers and also, and more importantly, allow.
So there is a link to that, and I put the link directly to that right here. That goes over adding Turnitin to your class as well. So those are just a few of the resources that I presented at Morrisville on March 18th. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me directly at my CCV email address. And I hope this was a useful tool for you. And I will be emailing out this document to all of CCV Morrisville faculty, as well as a link to the YouTube. Thanks a lot.